Yo, what's up YouTube? I hope all of you are having a great day so far. In today's upload, we're going to be going over how to get easy long shots for your shotguns on Vanguard. If you find this video helpful at all, a like is greatly appreciated. It really helps me out in that YouTube algorithm. And if you are new to the channel and you want to see more of my content, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. But without further ado, let's get into the first tip. So if you're trying to get long shots for your shotgun, I highly suggest you max it out first, then you go back and get your long shots. And the reason for that is because sometimes for the camos, for these last three, sometimes it'll ask you to do long shots. Although I'm not entirely sure if it makes you do long shots, I just know for some guns it makes you do long shots twice. For the class that I recommend you guys to use for long shots, you can pretty much copy and paste this setup to every other shotgun in the game. For the muzzle, I recommend you guys to use the full choke just so your pellets are a little bit tighter, making it so more pellets are going to hit the enemy at range, leading to more one-shot kills. For the barrel, I recommend you guys to use a barrel that's going to maximize the range. In this case, it is going to be the LJ18 Defender. On the optic, I recommend you guys to use the slight reflector, but obviously use whatever you're most comfortable with. For the stock, make sure you use the stock that's going to maximize the ADS speed because we are going to be throwing on a ammo type that's going to hurt it a lot. For the proficiency, if it's available, use the vital. It's going to make it so you get more one-shot kills. For the rear grip, I like to use the fabric grip because it's going to maximize the ADS speed. For the underbarrel, I like to do the flashlight so I can see the enemy's name tags a little bit farther, or I like to do the skeletal if I want to increase the ADS speed. And lastly, for the ammo type, you want to do the slug or you want to do the buck and slug. With the slug, you'll get more one-shot kills because it pretty much makes all your pellets into like one big fat bullet. So if you hit that big fat one bullet on the enemy, it's typically going to kill them unless they're really far away. But since it turns it into a sniper, you have to be very accurate. So if you're not the most accurate player, then I would do the buck and slug. The buck and slug is actually really overpowered right now, which they'll probably get nerfed soon. Once it does get nerfed, then I would do the pack powder. Overall, if you're a pretty good player, I would use the slug. And just in case you guys want to take a screenshot of the best shotgun class setup for long shots in Vanguard. And just remember, you can't use the same setup on the other shotguns, but you can pretty much use a very similar setup on every shotgun. And that is going to wrap it up for the class setup. Now let's get into the modes and the maps that you should be playing. For the modes, I recommend you go over to quick play, tab over to hardcore. This is going to make it so you get way more one-shot kills if you play hardcore because it lowers the health value from 100 to 30, making it so there's just so many more long shots. For the mode, you want to play domination because typically the enemies are going to be on the opposite side of the map because you got A flag, B flag, and C flag. Typically you're going to be on A flag and the enemy's going to be on C, or vice versa. So you are usually going to know where the enemies are going to be coming from. For the maps, I recommend you guys to play on these smaller maps just because these are shotguns, and so a medium range engagement should be a long shot for a shotgun. So you pretty much don't want the maps to be too big. You want like a smaller or like medium sized map. With that said, Berlin isn't too good, Bocage is pretty good, Castle is not that good, Das Haus is very good, so try to get this map in hardcore. Decoy is pretty good, Demiask is okay, Desert Siege isn't the best, Dome is pretty good, Eagle's Nest is decent, Gravitu is not that good, Hotel Royal is pretty good, Numa Numa is really good, Oasis is kind of good, sometimes it's just a little bit awkward to get into the long shot areas, Red Star is really bad, Sub Pens is pretty good, you can go up to the area where it overlooks the map and then just look down the hallways, Tuscan's decent, and then yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the maps. And so pretty much try to find Das Haus. If you find this one, you are set. So I'm not gonna get into every single spot because there's tons of spots. I would pretty much look where the enemies go, look for some hot spots, and pretty much just sit there and wait for the enemies. Say you do want some game examples, I'll be showing you guys some examples on Das Haus, the way that you should be playing, then you can kind of apply that knowledge to every other map. So with all that said, that is gonna wrap it up for this video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it down in the comment section. I typically read all my comments. But so anyways, good luck on these challenges. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video.